everyone, this is Moto Morini Corsaro Veloce 2016. So it's outgoing model with any kind of electronic assistance whatsoever, any ABS, traction control, Euro 4 compliant, any of them. And I decided to change a little bit the direction of my work on YouTube, just a little bit, and really focus on special bikes, extravagant bikes, the bikes I always wanted to ride and really enjoy even more than I did before. Also, I'm testing a new form of the review on this one, where I want to describe everything on the bike while I'm riding. And it's an experiment because I always was a fan of the the very in-depth review with showing every single detail on the bike and chassis and everything. But I will try, and then you can tell me the feedback. So Moto Morini Corsaro Veloce, I know the brand because false neutral. I know the brand from the past because I'm the fan of the old school, like old motorcycles. And there was the Moto Morini 3.5, like 350 motorcycles, so with the amazing V-twin air-cooled engine. And I don't have time to speak more about the company, which had several kind of problems, financial problems. And then in I think 2007 they developed this Veloce, and it stays with us till 2016 or 17. Now it's there is a new model, Corsaro ZZ, with the Euro 4 and all this kind of thing. But you can still buy somewhere this strong and wild version with anything else than a strong engine, great design, and very luxury kind of suspension and brakes. So first of all, this is an extravagant motorcycle, like not really luxury by price, but you will not meet much of them on the roads. It's because it's purely Italian. It's quite difficult to ride it, and people are afraid of reliability and often choose like a Japanese bikes or at least Ducati or Aprilia. But this is definitely one of the motorcycles which should get your attention. First of all, it's very they do very small amount of units, and they're all hand built, and they can improve the motorcycle or build it upon your requests, and they can change the color of the engine and bike and front fender and do anything you want with the exhaust, etc, etc. And by the way, I would love to visit the factory in a few weeks and test more models and do some interviews. So if you're a fan of Moto Morini, hopefully I will get more content about them. And what's more, this bike has loads of great things, such as design, which is great, sound, which is above the standards. But to be honest, there is a dB killer out of the Thermion exhausts, which is a little cheating, but it's so this is a special one. This is the most loud and most crazy motorcycle in terms of sound I have ever ridden. And then what else? We have a V-twin engine, water and air cooled, quite special, very strong. It's like a pure motorcycle engine, from the old good times, but very strong. 97 I think, or 87 cc, 103 kilowatts in 8,500 and 123 newton meters in about 6.5 thousand RPM. And you have there, just on the rear wheel, without any kind of assistance or full maps or anything like that. It's just about you. And as it is V-twin, and this type of V-twin, which is over squared a lot, it means that it has everything in the middle and in the top, and the reaction on the throttle is one of the problematic places on this bike, and the thing which some people will hate it and some people will love it, because you need to really know what to do, what are you doing. Really, like the fueling in the angles, it needs some skill, and it's very different. Today I've ridden XSR 900, and it was so easy to use in the corners because you can just you know, the reaction on the throttle in the corners was very smooth. But here you are scared, you know, like it changed the trajectory of the bike when you do something, you know, some uncalm movement with your hand. The same with the engine. It's very strong, but it's not that crazy as I would expect from 140 horsepower, you know, twin with any assistance. It's not, you know, if you are like a intermediate or more experienced rider, you wouldn't have any problems with it, I think. You know, the guys from the dealer, they told me like this is, and I read it same in many reviews, like they said this is so crazy, like you will see, like this is, you know, the engine with his own head, you know, like, and you are not controlling the engine, it controls you, and it goes wheelie on the fourth gear and everything like that, and it's not really like this true, like it goes wheelie on second gear. Oh my god, what is this? If you want. On the first one it's very dangerous to pull out the throttle, but on the third and fourth, on the third sometimes when you have, you know, above the horizon, but on the fourth not at all, and it's just not that evil, so it's great. It's very bad for cruising, so when you go in the city, or not in the city, but if you're going to see 70 and want to, you know, see some nature, it's very bad, because this engine wants you to ride fast. And you have to really focus on riding, otherwise you have a big problems. It's also due to suspension, which is Marzocchi front fork 50 millimeters, very wide and robust, but very stiff and sporty, but fully adjustable. Same with the rear. There is a Sachs monoshock in the rear, also sporty and stiff, also fully adjustable, so that's great. So very quality parts in the suspension. Brakes are Brembo, no ABS, and they do a great job. They are axially mounted, but that's not a, you know, issue. That's not a problem. It's just not that luxury. Radially mounted. Just a moment. Oh my god, this is good. Radially mounted brake and clutch levers, adjustable. There are, you know, by Brembo. The motorcycle is a little bit old school, so the TFT is quite old-fashioned because it's 2000. You know, it was designed in 2007, I think. And but you know, I don't care. I don't watch it. I just watch the ride and the road. So from this point of view, it's okay. The overall comfort is, you know, like I mean, it's not that bad. 810 millimeter seat height. I feel quite okay, but it's really for a shorter ride, which you are really 100% focused on the ride. It's because, you know, it allows you to really enjoy the pure motorcycling and pure speed, and it must be really fun on the circuit. And that's definitely not a good motorcycle for commuting. Otherwise, I don't know, you're crazy. Or for traveling or holiday or anything like that. But for anyone who loves Italian motorcycles and wants something different, I think this is a very interesting choice. I don't see such a, you know, any major problems. You know, despite, I mean, except what I already described. I can't tell you more about kind of reliability because I don't know. I'm not the expert on these engines, and honestly I didn't do much research. But I will do, because I'll be more focused on the Italian bikes. So, and last but not, I mean, my conclusion is that this is not this is very extravagant, very fast, very sporty, very like you know, for real riders, and at the same time it's not that expensive. This outgoing model here in the Czech Republic is for about 310,000 Czech crowns, and that's a very good price. It's very competitive. So it was interesting experience, and hopefully there'll be more Morinis on my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Perfetto, italiano.